You ever notice how the regrets that stick with us the longest? Well, they usually aren't about things that we did. They're usually about things that we didn't do. Those words we didn't say, or those risks we didn't take in life, or that love that we didn't express to someone when we still had the chance. And I got to tell you, regret, it's a sneaky emotion. It doesn't hit you all at once. It sort of builds up over time, and then bam, before you know it, you look up and it's there weighing you down. Sort of like gaining weight. And you realize that you can't go back and change or fix it. And today, we're going to be talking about regret. We're going to talk about how to deal with it, how to avoid it, and how to make sure that you don't wake up 10, 20, even 30 years down the line and wish you could go back and change things. Most of us mistakenly go through life thinking that we have more time. We like to believe that we can always have another chance or another opportunity to say the things that we need to say. And when we think like that, we tend to put things off. We procrastinate. We tell ourselves little lies. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Not a big deal. I'll take care of it later. Or they already know how I feel about it. No need to go say it. And then one day, well, that later is gone, and the moment's passed, and we don't have that opportunity anymore. And we're left sitting there wondering and wishing that we had done that thing. And look, I'm not here to preach at you. Lord knows I've had my share of regrets too. I've learned a lot of life's lessons the hard way. But today, we're here to find a better way, hopefully. We're going to work it out. So let's talk about it. Let's speak on it. I've come to the realization that most regrets aren't about what we did, they're just about what we didn't do. And I guess a lot of you have come to that realization too. I can remember reading a survey some years back. A group of people were asked a question about regret. And the question was simply, what's your biggest regret? And it was funny because a lot of them had the same or similar answer. And it was three answers that kept popping up that were very prevalent. I wish I had taken more chances in life. And I wish I'd spoken up more for myself and others. And I wish I had told someone how much they mattered to me before it was too late. And that kind of surprised me because it wasn't about some huge grandiose mistake they'd made in their lives. These were all hesitation mistakes. Well, people, hesitation, it adds up. Because hesitation turns into missed opportunities and inactions and unspoken truths. And those in turn turn into baggage. And voila, before you know it, you're carrying around years of what ifs. And that load gets heavy over the years, very heavy. But here's the thing, people. Why do we hold back? Why do we hesitate? Why do we procrastinate? Fear. Remember, fear is a magnifier. It magnifies our own uncertainties and irrational thoughts and beliefs. It tricks us into thinking that the absolute worst case scenario that we can imagine in our mind will happen if we take this action. So that fear of looking stupid in front of people or getting rejected or even the fear of the unknown, well, hesitation, it plays on those fears. But let me let you in on a little secret, people. Fear never goes away. It never goes anywhere. But the reality is 95% of the stuff that we fear, even the worst stuff, it never happens. And those people that you see out there living their life to the fullest with no regrets, it's not that they're fearless. They are. They feel it. They just choose to act in spite of it. They know that the perfect moment never comes. They just go ahead and do the damn thing anyway. They've realized that the only cure for fear is action. And if it works, hey, great. Hallelujah. And if it doesn't, at least they're not going to be sitting around wondering, what if? And we tend to act like we have all the time in the world to act. But in reality, whoever knows? Tomorrow, it isn't guaranteed. And as far as I know, and the last time I checked, no one was out there printing out time like it was money. So we'll plan our careers and we'll go out and we'll chase the money, and we worry ourselves with a lot of little trivial pursuits and things that won't matter at all on our deathbeds. But you know what will actually matter? The people that we love. The chances that we choose to take in life, and the moments where we lived our lives fully present in the moment and to the fullest. I can remember many years ago when I was in college, I was working as a surgical technician at a hospital. Became great friends with a hospice nurse. We were talking in the cafeteria. And she asked me if I knew what the number one regret of her dying patients was. And I had no idea. And she told me that most of them wished that they'd lived their lives more for themselves than trying to please everyone around them. Now let that sink in for a minute, people. So when people get to the end of their lives, they don't talk about the things that they own, and they don't talk about the titles or degrees they had, or the businesses or the cars or any of that. Their regrets are about the things that they never had the courage to do. The loves they didn't express to people, or the dreams that they didn't choose to chase, or that life that they don't feel they fully live for whatever reason. And I don't know about you people, but I don't want to end up there and have those kind of regrets. I really don't. And so let's go ahead and make sure that that doesn't happen to us. And we're still here on the face of this earth. We're still alive. We still have an opportunity to shape how our future will be. So let's say those words that need to be said. I love you, or I'm sorry, or better yet, I forgive you. And don't assume that people already know, because they may not. So say it. That way you know for sure they know how you feel. You don't end up with a big what if. And stop waiting for fear to go away or disappear. It's not going anywhere. Fear is baked into the cake. It's part of life, so you just have to deal with it. Embrace it, feel it, move forward, do the damn thing anyway. And time, people, another big factor. Time is so short. Time is the currency of our life. So be wise and thoughtful where you choose to spend it. They're not making any more of it. Remember that. When it's gone, it's gone. And stop waiting for this mythical right moment to happen or come. The right moment is the big brother to the perfect time. Neither one of them exists. They're myths. The best time to do anything that matters in life is right now, today. So let me ask you a few questions. What phone call have you been putting off that you know you should have made a long time ago? And what dream have you been too scared to chase because you're worried that you might not achieve it? And what truth, what hard truth, have you been swallowing instead of speaking on it? May never get a second opportunity at it. Here's an honest, brutal truth, people. That someday that you keep waiting around, well, it may never come. And at the end of your journey, when you look back over your life, you're either going to see a road filled with courage and fulfillment and joy and no regrets. Or you're going to see that other road, and it's a dark road, dark, treacherous, ugly road filled with sadness and guilt and frustration and lots of regrets. The choice is up to you. I can't make it for you. But whichever one you decide, and I hope you do decide to make the right decision, get started on it today, because there's no time like the present. And after all, tomorrow, well, it isn't promised to any of us. I appreciate you joining me here today. I really do.